Hey Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, generous donations of all forms, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's go ahead and clear out the energy, and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us. But you know what? I need to go turn off my TV. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to turn the TV off. Hey, High Priestess 23rd, 2024. Hey, Ms. Grand Marquise, how are you? Let's ring the bell. That was loud. I feel like somebody kind of feels like something that they heard was like deafening, loud, like, oh my gosh, like, what a shock. I feel like somebody's getting news of a pregnancy. And a baby is always a good thing. But I feel like this person wasn't prepared, wasn't ready, didn't expect it, didn't see it coming, and they're not really sure how they're going to feel. Right now, I feel like this person is thinking, I'm just kind of getting back on my feet. I'm just kind of doing this. I'm just doing that. And now God is blessing them with another step, something new. I feel like patience is needed so that they can understand what a blessing this is. Because, we get into those modes where we have our routine, we have everything set here, set there. We don't have to do too much, we don't have to do more than what we expect. But now someone's finding that something else is going to be required. Hey, DJ Diaries. Bottom of the deck. Somebody's got something that they want to say. Yeah. And you know what? I feel like this person is getting a message from one of their passed over loved ones, an angel, you know, and they may be talking about somebody who is a narcissist, this fire sign. Like, you know what? Almost kind of like somebody's going to have an opportunity to do something over again. But this time, they're going to do it the right way. Because I feel like this fire sign, this narcissist, feels like they'll be back. They said that they're going to come back because then they feel like there's somebody else that they can kind of get in the middle of, Hey, Malcolm. Hey, Straight Tees. Yeah, like the last time this person has gone through this fire sign or this narcissist, I shouldn't say fire sign, this narcissist made this move so that they could kind of create this type of situation. They could kind of get in the middle of something because they didn't want this person to like have this good thing. It could have been, what comes to mind is if someone's hearing news of a pregnancy, I don't feel like this is their first child. I feel like maybe the last time this person, had a baby that was expected on the way, this narcissist came and maybe got in the middle of something. Between this person and the other parent to try and get a wedge in, to try and break that up. But maybe now somebody is seeing somebody new and then they're going to be expecting a baby again by somebody new. And this narcissist said, oh, let me come on back there so I can break this shit up too. Yes, like Somebody, something about this date night. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe this narcissist didn't know that somebody was whining and dining somebody else. But I feel like divine timing is at play. Divine timing is at play. God is placing this person in the same situation, confirmation, to see how they handle it this time. Same situation, different person. Like this person is getting, somebody's getting a do-over to see how you going to handle it this time. Last time you allowed somebody to get in the middle. This time, what you going to do? But this time, this person's intuition is kicking in. Somebody, they're doing their research. They are doing their research, and they see what somebody's going to try and do. With this intuition and spy, they already see what this person's going to try and do. Somebody going to talk about hey, I was going to come on vacation to see you and blah, 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 blah. But somebody's going to tell them, no, that's not a good time. Well, I don't want you here. No, it's not, because, I'm not going to be here. They're going to say something. Because what they want to do is really put distance between them and this narcissist. This is what their intuition is telling them to do. Because now, like I said, they're involved with someone else. They're involved with someone else. And last time, and this time they want to be able to let go. They don't want to feel like they have to be on guard. They want to feel like they can just be themselves. Because I feel like the last time this narcissist did this, somebody was on guard. They felt like they was like this narcissist just got in their head, and they felt like they had to please this person, appease this person, do this, do that. Hey, high priestess. And I feel like maybe an air sign had spoke to them before, talking about, is this healthy? Maybe this is not healthy. Especially if it's some people, that's two people that are expecting a baby and the narcissist wants to come. Like that two's company, three's a crowd. This air sign said, hey, that's not healthy. It's not healthy for the relationship. It's not healthy for some. You allow somebody in the middle of something, because this narcissist, like I said, tried to put some type of love spell. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Thank you. I love all colors. I love all colors, Elizabeth. But I do have some green though, don't I? Yeah, somebody tried to they did a love spell before. And that's what caused this person to be emotionally distant. This is what caused, this person to not be there, not recognize. So this is why somebody said, no, this time I'm doing it different. Like God has given them another opportunity to get it right. You got to stick up. You got to stand up for who you believe in, what you believe in. And this narcissist, this just is not it. Something about maybe, because this narcissist, feels like they can control somebody or tell somebody what to do, just like you would with a pet. Get over here, sit down. Even though my pet don't listen like that. She's like, I sat, now I'm on my way. Hey, never overloaded. How are you? Y'all, I have my contacts in, so it's kind of hard for me to focus a little bit. I got to put the readers on. But this narcissist wanted to treat somebody else like they were a pet, like they were supposed to listen. You ever had somebody that feels like they can give you all the direction in the world, all the friendly advice, and you're supposed to listen. If you don't listen, they're going to act like they're mad at you. But really, that narcissist was nothing but a gold digger. That was it. I feel like, yeah, somebody is manifesting. Yeah, I feel like somebody, yeah, is manifested something. This earth sign has manifested something, or something has been manifested in this earth sign, you know? And it's a cause to open up your heart. Yeah, because like there's some cycles that are going through, like trimesters. Open up your heart. Something is beginning. Like I said, this is another opportunity. But this person, somebody feels like it's not the right time. They're like, no, 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 no. But Spirit is saying, yes, yes, yes. This is happening. Now somebody's had an opportunity to think about something. Like how they took a gamble. Maybe they had unprotected sex. That's taking a gamble. Hey, Alicia, that's taking a gamble. Maybe somebody knew that they should have, used protection if you didn't really want any more children or didn't want a child at that time, but somebody took a gamble. And now, something about somebody is either wants to move or needs to move, or maybe somebody's going to make up an excuse about moving because they really don't have to move, but they're just going to make up an excuse. They just want to lie so they can kind of get things their way. But yeah, something about, hey, Red Violet, something about somebody, things are getting serious. And things are getting serious, but somebody's still trying to figure themselves out. Not so much of their sexuality, but what do they really want in life? Okay, well, Red Violet, I'm glad that you're here. What do they really want in life? But I feel like, in just a few more months, something good is going to come. Something good is going to come. And you know what? Maybe you're going to be attending somebody's wedding because, like I said, they're going to make this announcement about somebody being pregnant, about expecting a baby. And somebody's going to tell you something, they're going to tell you about how this water sign, how they had to move on because they realized that this person was not in their best of interest. That this is the person who may have been trying to get in the middle of something. Or this is somebody that they may have, the reason why they moved on from that water sign before. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Thank you. Something about this narcissist. I'm telling you, this narcissist thinks they'll be back. They think that they can come back and do it again. They think that they can repeat that same cycle, but somebody's saying no. This time they got their head on straight. This time they know what to do. This time they know, like they say, just say no. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, like I said, they had to figure some things out for themselves. And they figured out that it was time to let go. Just like this air sign had told them it was time to let go because something was not healthy for them. Something was not healthy. What else, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Okay. Yes. Something about somebody, like I said, they took a gamble. I feel like last time they took a gamble, and they took a gamble in allowing somebody else to maybe be around them and their other half. You know what I'm saying? Because there's times when people will and this person needed to make this commitment. There's times when people, when they get in these relationships, they feel like they boys can hang out with them, or they girls can hang out with them. No, if you're getting into a relationship, it needs to be between you and that person. That's whenever, especially if it's supposed to be a committed relationship. When you're in a committed relationship, that's between you and that person. That's it. Two is company. Three will always be a crowd. And I feel like somebody, they understand now how they took a gamble in allowing somebody else, whether it was their best friend, they got in between them, or my cousin or whoever it was. They allowed this conflict to come in. They allowed the devil to come in. What else? Bottom of the deck. Yes, now somebody sees something totally different. They see they need to protect something, especially protect the person that they love and that loves them. Especially if it's going to be somebody that's going to be the mother of the child, they're going to have to protect that. It's not worth it how they're going to allow somebody else to come in. Because they coming in, somebody else gonna sit here and try and think of all the ways to get in between this, because somebody else is just jealous. They jealous and they don't want their jealousy to show, And so then you allow somebody to come in, you allow somebody to holler at you in your ear, and you trying to keep this person happy, you trying to keep that person happy. All of a sudden you feel like you stuck in between, because then this person is going to sit here and go behind your back to whisper to this person, and like you saying something so simple to this person, you saying something so simple to your cousin. Well, yeah, he leaves his shoes around. What, girl? What? Yeah, I just pick them up. So then the cousin gonna go over to here. She says she tired of picking up after you. She says she tired, but I'm not trying to get in the middle of y'all shit though. But I'm just letting you know. That kind of bullshit. See, somebody realized that somebody that they was giving somebody an opportunity to kind of go in and do some fuck shit, acting like, oh, we so close, but they're not really acting so close. I'm telling you, somebody had expressed told somebody some important information before. Maybe when it came to their last child, this is a son or something. Or somebody has said something that was very wise, like they could see something with their third eye about how something was going to go, and this person didn't realize it until it was too late. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, I feel like somebody's getting some news about the pregnancy, expecting a baby, something, or they expecting something, and now this time they realize they have to move different. They can't move the same. They can't do the same thing. Yeah, because they're gonna find out they're in the same position. They're in the same position. They're gonna have to use their intuition, especially whatever, like I said, it could have to do with something about children, and it could have to do with something about a mother. So, what else, Spirit? What else? Oh goodness. Yep. See, something about this couple and them welcoming this gift from God. This couple's now realizing, or somebody's realizing, that the devil is no longer welcome. They gotta protect this relationship at all costs. They can't be in the position where they don't see anything. Now they see it. Now they realize something. They realize that they cannot sit here and act like they can't decide. No, they can't act like that. They can't act like they don't see something, and they can't act like, and they just say whatever. They got to do things differently this time. This time they have to make some real clear decisions. They got to set some real boundaries. They have to come out. They have to have courage to tell somebody what it is the fuck that they need to know. They have to have courage. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, because I feel like last time maybe, something about they're gonna have to have courage to tell somebody who doesn't fit in, you don't fit in here. And maybe last time this person was single, they were single, and maybe they walked away. Walked away from commitment or something like that. Committing to the mother of the child. The first child. Yeah, like they walked away from committing to the mother of the first child because there was no loyalty, and they allowed somebody to get in their ear. They allowed somebody to get in their ear acting like, you got several options. What are you doing? What are you doing with just that one? You have several. You don't have to choose her. So what, y'all had a baby? So what, y'all had a set of quadruplets? You could go out and there's other people that you could see. See, they have to kind of like get themselves together, make it known that, you know what, I cannot just allow somebody to be all up in my ear like that. Hey, Nancy. Yes, cowards always hide, for sure. This time somebody wants to make it official. They want to have some real commitment here. And I kind of think they want to do it on the sly. They want to, have a secret wedding or get married in secret or something like that. That way somebody doesn't have the opportunity to come in causing havoc, causing chaos. That way they can just go ahead and have that, happy family and just, allow the wheel of fortune to turn in their favor, you know what I'm saying? Or be committed for several cycles. Yeah, somebody's looking at something totally differently now. They're seeing how they sacrificed themselves before. But this time, it's going to be something different. This time, they're going to be working on this relationship. And like somebody had told them, you have to have boundaries. You have to have boundaries. You can't allow everybody ain't your friend, especially if they don't have that. You can't sit here and expect them to want the best for you. If this is somebody who is one of them diehard, you know how they got those people that are, I'll never get married. I never get married ever, because in my opinion, women are from hell, or men are dogs, or, one of those types of people that, they, instead of them working on themselves, and they really want to be married, they really want to be with somebody, but instead of working on themselves, they want to sit there and talk so bad about the opposite sex, whenever that's really what they want, is a companion, a spouse. Yes, they really want that happy family, but instead of them working on themselves to get that, they don't work on themselves. And then what they do is they go out and they tell everybody else how it's bad. Oh, that's bad. That's horrible. You don't want that. So that they fuck up their relationship. And now, like they say, misery loves company. Somebody wants to come and fuck up somebody else's relationship so they don't have that happy family because this person ain't in no happy family. And that's the truth. Somebody's seeing things very clearly now. How somebody came in and changed and switched and changed everything up. Switched everything up. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, somebody's going to be, someone wants to send a email or a message, text message or something about how they want to do something. They want to send an email about what they want to do. They want to give somebody something. That's what they want to say. Oh, yeah, I want to give you such and such and such. But this person is using discernment this time. They are using discernment. And this time they said, no, they are going to stand up and they're going to protect their family. They're not going to allow those secret enemies to come in. They're not going to allow those people that's this narcissist to come in and, like I said, ruin the family that they want to build. Because see, last time this person, they didn't see it. They didn't see it because they wasn't aware. They wasn't listening. Their mind wasn't open. Their ears couldn't hear something. And it cost them. It cost them a lot. Yep, they were acting young or immature, or they didn't have enough life experience to see that there was something fishy in a cup, and they was following the rule of somebody else who was immature. But this time I feel like somebody has a crossed over loved one, a passed over loved one that's guiding them and saying, hey, if this is what you want, then you want to be happy, right? You want your wish fulfillment, right? Okay, then you're going to have to learn to walk away from somebody who's not going to do you right, who don't have the best of interest for you. And the easiest way to see that is if the shit happened the last time and you ended up hurt and had to get over all that, don't do the same shit again. That's being crazy. Doing the same shit, expecting a different outcome. You got to do shit totally different the next time, especially if you want to be happy. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, somebody, you expect like some type of, expect to hear something about how somebody, maybe they went within, they did something, and now they're doing really good, or they, got married and now they got a family or something like that. Expect to hear something, and maybe somebody's going to be traveling. They're going to be traveling. What else, Spirit? What else? Yeah, it's like somebody's going to be traveling, but I don't know why I'm feeling like eventually I don't know why I'm feeling like 3 children, or I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I'm going to say it anyway. I don't know why I'm feeling like triplets. Maybe that's what it is. Somebody's going to find out that they're having triplets. Hey, KIP. But they're in this loving relationship, and they are having to plan ahead. I'm telling you. And somebody found out, that boom boom stick was really doing it, especially if they got triplets coming. What's the message? Triplet children. 3 little people that look alike. What's the message, Spirit? Born on the same day. Can't make this up. But this is like, a blessing. I feel like they may be having triplets. And this is a blessing. You know, they're going to find out this is it may not feel like a wish fulfillment at the time, because I'm telling you, somebody is like, damn, wait, what? And they stop, they shocked, they like, wait, what? You know, they're shocked by, you know, they find it out, you know, that they having kids. I'm telling you that I feel like God is blessing somebody. God is blessing somebody, but they thought it was just going to be one. Only to find out, it's one plus. There's some others up in there. Yeah. And somebody feel like this person is feeling foolish for right now, because they feel like, damn, you know, right now, you know, especially if you find out, if you're not married, you find out that you're pregnant. That's enough right there. But then to find out that somebody, oh yeah, and it's triplets, somebody feel like, oh my gosh, like, wait, what? But hey, I feel like it's a blessing. I feel like it's a blessing. Yeah, like 3 little kids at the same time. Well, you're knocking them all out, right? What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, somebody gonna have to start saving. His daddy's gonna have to start saving some money. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Yes, indeed. KIV. Oh, right. Yep. This is why somebody's going to have to learn to have some firm boundaries whenever it comes to this fire sign that we saw that was a narcissist. This is why, you know, somebody's going to have to tell that fire sign, it's time for you to go. Bye. Booger Bear. Yeah. I'm telling you, somebody is shocked. They are shocked. And, you know, and they feel like the best thing for them to do is to be committed to this mother. You know, can you imagine being on child support for 3 kids, you know, at the same time? I mean, you know, hey, Demita, how are you? Yeah, somebody, they feel like right now they're feeling really bad. They are. They're feeling down in the dumps. They're feeling confused. They feeling like, oh my gosh, they don't know what to do. They was just getting themselves back on track. You know, they were just making plans about how they was going to travel, what they was going to do. Hey, Queen Memoirs, how are you, sweetie? You know, they was just looking at new cars, how they was going to buy a new vehicle and everything. Now, that shit is over. That shit is over. I just saw 33 on the clock. They go for them triplets they about to have. 3. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. That's why they don't feel like they're ready for this. They're ready for this. They get news of a pregnancy. What's the message, Spirit? What else? Yeah. Somebody feels like they're going to have to be strong throughout this and just accept that they're having kids. They are having kids, even though they feel like it's breaking their heart, but they're going to have to grow up. You know, they're going to get this message about, you know, and they're going to have to just do it. What else do you do? Minivan is right. So much for the Corvette. So much for the 2-seater. You need to get you a Suburban now. What's the message? Yeah. Oh, you know what? And I feel like somebody had even was kind of like, you know, almost like they felt like they could almost sneak around a little bit. No, not anymore. They feel trapped now. They know ain't no sneaking. You can sneak around if you want to. Sneak around and get somebody else pregnant. In fact, they know that them sneaking days is over. They feel like they good and stuck because they don't want to be good and left. Yep. This whole news about this pregnancy turned this person's entire life around. They feel like they did it to themselves. Actually, they feel like this mother tricked them. That's what they feel. Like, you know how they say she got pregnant on purpose. There's not that. You know, you didn't have to do it with her. You could have said that you had a headache that night. You could have used protection. You know, but really, when somebody is looking for a shoulder to cry on, they're not going to find one because everybody's going to tell them the same thing. You know, they're not going to find no shoulder to cry on. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Oh, goodness. Yep. Confirmation. Expect some kids. Somebody's gonna have some kids. Congratulations. Woo. Trick loved the kids. Tracy loved the kids. Not for myself. You know, I got Sasha. That's enough. But I love grandkids. Sure do. I don't want them living with me though. But I love them. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Anything else from this deck? Let's pull up another deck. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody's doing some contemplation. They're contemplating. They're thinking. Yep. And they're thinking how they should have protected themselves. They should have used some protection. But you know what? That time is over. All they could do was go with the flow. You know? All they can do was go with the flow at this moment. Yep. Because the decision has already been made. Decision has been made that somebody said they just going to go ahead and keep it. They said they're not getting rid of nothing. Expect it. Expect this gift. Expect this present. Expect this blessing. What you say, Queen Memoirs? Hey, Lightworker William, how are you? Right. K Hypsee said, contemplate those bank accounts. Diapers ain't cheap or formula. Right. And kids' clothes, kids' activities, all of that. Yes. Somebody's going to have to protect themselves and protect their kids. You know, protect this gift, protect this. I'm telling you, somebody's getting ready to have some little children's. You know what? And I feel like this is one of their passed over loved ones that is actually kind of making them responsible for their actions, like slowing them down one way or another. I feel like this person was kind of going, you know how somebody be wilding out and they're like, yeah, I got it. And they just trying to get with anybody, get with everybody, not really care, this or that and the other, or not really thinking about nothing. They just thinking they can just wild out a little bit. And they see themselves just, you know, I'm just going to dumb and I'm not going to do all that. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to, you know, live my life the way I want. I feel like somebody's ancestors, somebody passed over their ancestors said no, because they could see what's getting ready to happen to this person in their life. So they had to put them in a position to slow them down. What better position than this? Triplets, besides quadruplets. I mean, it could be worse. what was that? The Octagon Mom? Is that what her name was? The one who had 8 babies? Yeah, somebody about to get some information. They're about to receive some, I don't know if it's test results or whatever, but they're about to get some information. I don't know. They're about to get an email or something. Or somebody talking about a phone call or something because somebody else that's single is finding out, and they like going to try and give this person hell. Like, let's just say that they already have a child by one person, and then they're going to get ready to have 3 kids by another person. Well, the one who just has the one about to give this person hell, about to start a fight. I want to, because they want to make sure that their child is going to be taken care of, and so this person, they just preparing for it. I feel like they are just preparing for it. But yeah, I feel like they're just kind of preparing for it. Better than me. Better than me. What's the message? What is the message? What's the message? Yeah, so this is a good way for somebody to have to grow up all the way up. Especially if because we never sit here and can decide how our life is going to go. We sit there and go, well, okay, I just did this, so now I'm going to do this, and this. And God is like, it's okay for you to dream, but that's not really what I had planned for you. I actually had something different planned for you. You got a different role. Yeah, something about this. Somebody is jealous. They are jealous. I'm telling you. And they're gonna try and give somebody hell. They're gonna try and give somebody hell. They're gonna be fighting with them every step of the way. I'm telling you. And somebody now is just sitting there like, damn, why was I doing this? Why did I do that? They're thinking about the options, the choices that they made in life. But they had this grand idea, this plan, and now this is what it is. This is what they're getting back, the karma that they're getting back. Now, like I said, somebody has to save because they're gonna save for whatever. It's happening. It's clear that the information is out. It's gonna go down. Now they're gonna have to save. And you know what? This person thinking that they're going to have to heal whatever they feel is hurting on the inside. And this person is going through it right now. They're going through it. Hey, Tracy, how are you? Yeah, so I'm telling you, this person is preparing because they feel like, and I kind of feel like they're preparing because they also feel like, they're going to have to take it a step further. They're going to have to make a serious commitment, and maybe one they wasn't planning on making. But you know what? Everything ends so something new and positive can begin. Yes. See, this is something brand new and positive. I feel like somebody's going to ask somebody else's hand in marriage. They are. They're going to finally do it. They're going to finally get married. And leave the single life after a long time. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. And then on top of that, they're thinking about what somebody told them. I kind of feel like they're thinking about this air sign, and this how the what's the word I'm looking for? The decision that this air sign made when it came to maybe them, maybe, because this is also a single woman, like the single divorcee, and she looking like she's sitting there just thinking about what she gonna do. And she, about something that was close to her heart. I feel like that is where this King of Cups is at too, because it looks like he's meditating on this relationship. That's good. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. I saw, yeah, somebody's just healing. I feel like they are really, healing their heart, healing their mind, healing the past. They may be seeking counseling right now because they want to prepare. They want to prepare, but they also want to get their life on track. They want to be on the, where they want to get their life on track. I'll just say it like that. And the only way to get your life on track is to really heal. Is to know that, the past is the past. Things have happened, but, people evolve. Situations change. We can't control our life. It's not going to go the way we expected or planned it. Oh, hello. Then it just snapped right back. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Somebody is finally getting out of the matrix. They are finally getting out of the matrix. Because nothing happens by chance. It's all by design. Oh, thank you, Spirit. What's the message? Maybe somebody kind of felt like they were stuck for a little bit. And then all of a sudden it just kicked in. Whether it was instinct, whether it was reality, something just kicked in. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? What else? What's the message? Thank you. I feel like somebody is totally, they're going to make a commitment, but I feel like this person is being blessed. I feel like God is giving them an opportunity to do something right, giving them another opportunity to do this over. But this time, you're not going to do this. You're not going to have this person around. You're not going to do this reason crowd. You're not going to do this. You're not going to act this way. This time, you're going to do it right. You're going to do it the right way. And see, I feel like this person regrets that they didn't see what a gift they had before, and how things ended. But see, it ended so that they could do something, so they could have another opportunity. And this is why they're having this other opportunity, and so that karma can go back in their favor. This time somebody is working on something. They are working on themselves. I feel like this person is has all the tools that they need, to have the life that they want, but they got to work on themselves. And stop falling for these fucking tricks. Stop listening to somebody who's talking about you just really want to be single. I don't want to do, because that's the trick master. That's the magician. That's the game. That's the game player. Stop listening to that motherfucker. Somebody know the truth. It's time for them to settle down and buckle down. Confirmation. It's time for them to buckle the fuck down. And I feel like they've made this decision. A decision has been made that, what, they want to have the life that they've always dreamt of, that they've always asked about. And it's time for them to walk away from any and all shenanigans. Yeah, this person is finally standing up for itself, himself, herself, and doing the right thing. And I feel like somebody else is kind of shocked. Like, wait, you standing up to me? You standing up to me telling me no? Yep. Because, like I said, this person is, this person is the one that's with child. And they refuse to treat this woman like, she's an option. You don't want to do all that shit. You don't want to do that. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Tia, how are you? What's the message? All is well over here. Thank you, Spirit. Yep, telling you, somebody is with child. Somebody's pregnant. Somebody, they know they're going to be a daddy. A daddy again or a daddy for the first time, but somebody is with child. What's the message? Anything else? Confirmation. Anything else? Yep. And that's the truth. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. I have some running around. Hi, Awakened Chosen 333. I do have some errands that I need to run this afternoon. This evening, I am going to a concert. So I'm going to try and see if I can go do my errands and then come back and see if I can get on another little live, just something brief. But I need to go ahead and get this stuff done this afternoon before I don't get it done at all. Thank you so very much. I appreciate every one of you hanging out with me. Congratulations to whoever it is that's going to be a parent. A child is a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Whether it's expected, whether it's unexpected, and God always makes sure that God takes care of those that love their children. All right, y'all. I love y'all so very much. I do look forward to seeing y'all soon. Have a great and wonderful and blessed afternoon, okay?